Hi guys, you're welcome to this YouTube channel where we talk about faith, Christianity, Christians, and everything in between. So before we jump into the conversation with my guest in the studio today, I want you to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be updated on what we have to share with you. So please, can you introduce yourself with us, sir? Alright, thank you so much for the opportunity to be with you. I'm actually him, but for the sake of this conversation, I will be answering his questions. Alright, so recently, about the vet in Sokoto of Deborah, can you share with us on that, sir? Alright, first of all, I'd like to say that was an unfortunate incident, right? And it's unfortunate that had to happen in a nation like Nigeria, because we all know that Nigeria is not a state for a particular religion, a particular tribe. Nigeria is a federation. It is made up of people from many backgrounds, right? That is what forms, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it's really sad when someone, is lynched, is murdered in cold blood. And I don't want to go through the memories of the video clips we've watched and the pictures we've seen online about the death and the mother of Deborah. But first, I will say that it's really, really unfortunate that in a state or in a nation like Nigeria, where we should have law and order governing us, that had to happen to a citizen in her own country. Yeah. So I would first of all establish a condemnation on that act, that it is a crime. So what do you have to say about the reason for her mother, the alleged reason? Yes, on social media there has been a lot of rave as to that was some of the opinion that she, blasphemed. I respect everybody's opinion for a start. Some of the opinion that she did not blaspheme, and some of these opinions come from both, popular or both religions and faiths that, we profess as Nigerians, and the most of the conversation, has been hinged upon. So some people say that she blasphemed, some people say she did not, from either side of faith. But what I want to say is that if, for instance, someone does not know, and it's normal that a person may not know the tenets of your own faith. It's normal because they probably did not grow or were trained
that's right.
What you were trained by. So ignorance is normal in that kind of condition. So some of the questions in my heart are that, did she really know that she was going to blaspheme? I had the voice notes, but I'm just trying to throw an open question, right? That what if she had no idea, or if someone was in her shoes that really had no idea? Now, even going to the voice notes, that was making the rounds of social media as to what she said. The thoughts that are coming to my mind are that, what were the conversations that had happened before that voice note? What really would have triggered, that kind of response? Now, I'm also of the opinion that there could have been a better way to handle that situation, because you are supposed to be learned people. You're supposed to be in a community where you are trained. You're supposed to be teachers, because she was a college of education student. That had happened in a college of education. It's just unfortunate that some of the times people commit crime before realizing that it was crime, before realizing that it was out of place. Right? I respect every religion. I respect what people believe in. I respect what people hold in high esteem. But first of all, I must say that we must reach the place where we respect humanity, we respect human life for a start, because you did not even create the human. And if for instance in any of the religions or in any of the faiths, the repercussion for blasphemy is death, the question is, I don't really know much of the Quran, right? I don't really know the Quran, not even much of it. But the question is death supposed to be executed by you or by a system? Is there a principle, is there a law that governs who should execute in that, because I don't believe that a human should take the laws in their hands or take a life right from the rightful owner. So that's my thought on on that. I mean, so the accusation of her blasphemy and all of that. Thank you so much. So what's your advice to Christians out there, about this whole thing? All right, so my advice first to people who believe that, I'll come to my advice for Christians, but first to those who believe that, she committed blasphemy and other things, is that as much as it's the possibility that was blasphemy, I think it's okay to think through things before taking action. It's very okay to let the institution, even of religion, to take its course. There was nothing wrong if the perpetrators of that had waited or had reported the case to higher authorities, those they submit to, as leaders, even in their faith, to know the actions to take. Because I personally believe that those who did or perpetrated their actions are not having it easy. I really don't know how you could take a life and be comfortable with it and normal with it. So I'll first advise that define God, because I don't believe it's really going to go down with the soul of such persons. We know that a lot of people have sold their consciences and all of that, but much more than that. It is that Jesus saves, Jesus redeems, and I can tell you that the death of a saint, right, is gain to God, is gain to kingdom, because it's harvest. We know that the harvest is ripe, and God is needing laborers. And all of these things that are happening are indicators of that there is the need for laborers truly to bring in the harvest into the kingdom. Now, my advice to Christians is this, and to even anyone of any religion necessarily, or any faith, is that believe in the one who you've believed in. Believe in God. It is okay to reach out by evangelism to the people of other faiths. It's okay to live your life as in terms of evangelism, such that you can attract people of other faiths by your lifestyle. But it is not okay when you impose. It is not okay when you go extreme. Now, this is to anybody at all. It is out of place when you go extreme and the extra mile. You're just trying to, prove that your religion, your faith is better off than another person's faith. That is, that's not human. That's evil. That's extreme. And by all means, we must try to balance ourselves, bring ourselves to contain one another, to tolerance. First, because we are Nigerians. First, because even we are humans. And I believe that would be my advice to this category of people. Thank you so much for your time. You've heard it all, right? So, but please, before you leave this video, I'd like to plead with you to like this video, comment on it, turn on the notification bell, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I must say thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. God bless you.